Hello, and welcome back to my channel IQD to USD Iraqi Dinar, IQD Developments. Are we on the verge of a revaluation? The Iraqi Dinar, IQD, has long been a topic of interest for global investors, especially those who have held onto their investments in the hope of a future revaluation. Recently, a series of developments have sparked renewed optimism among those watching the currency closely, and some believe that this could be the moment investors have been waiting for. In particular, two of the largest financial institutions in the United States, Chase and Wells Fargo, have made notable adjustments to their exchange rates for the Iraqi dinar. These moves have raised questions in the investment community. Could this signal the start of a revaluation, or is it simply a temporary adjustment? To understand the significance of these recent changes and their potential impact on the Iraqi dinar, it is essential to take a step back and explore the broader context of Iraq's economy, the historical performance of the currency, and the possible implications for global investors. This article will break down these developments in detail, highlighting the key factors driving these changes, the potential for a revaluation, and the risks and rewards associated with investing in the Iraqi dinar. Iraqi dinar. A brief overview of its history. For decades, the value of the Iraqi dinar has been subject to strict control by the Central Bank of Iraq. This control has been influenced by a variety of domestic and international factors, including political stability, oil exports, and geopolitical tensions. Iraq's economic history has been marked by periods of extreme volatility, with factors such as regional conflicts, fluctuations in global oil prices, and political instability often having a significant impact on the country's currency. Iraq's reliance on oil as its primary economic driver has been both a blessing and a curse. The country's vast oil reserves make it one of the most important players in the global energy market, but at the same time, Iraq's dependency on oil has left its economy vulnerable to price fluctuations and external shocks. The dinar's value has mirrored these economic fluctuations, often plunging during periods of instability and inflation. Despite these challenges, Iraq has made substantial strides in recent years to stabilize its economy. With increased oil exports, efforts to diversify its economy, and significant investments in infrastructure, Iraq is beginning to emerge as a more stable and attractive destination for foreign investment. This shift has led to growing optimism about the future of the Iraqi dinar, with many investors hoping for a revaluation that could bring substantial returns. Recent developments. Adjustments by Chase and Wells Fargo. In recent months, both Chase and Wells Fargo, two of the largest and most influential banks in the United States, have made adjustments to their exchange rates for the Iraqi dinar. While the specific details of these rate changes have not been publicly disclosed, there have been widespread reports suggesting that the adjustments are leaning upwards, signaling growing confidence in the currency. This news has set off a wave of speculation in investment circles, as many see it as a potential indication that a revaluation of the Iraqi dinar may be on the horizon. The timing of these adjustments is particularly notable, as they come after years of economic reforms and improvements in Iraq's financial stability. For investors who have held onto their dinars for years, this could be the long-awaited sign that the currency is poised for a substantial increase in value. Factors driving the changes: oil exports and economic reforms. To understand why these rate adjustments might be happening, it is crucial to look at the broader developments in Iraq's economy. One of the most significant factors driving this optimism is Iraq's ability to increase its oil exports. As the country has ramped up oil production, it has strengthened its position in the global oil market, leading to increased foreign currency reserves and an overall improvement in the country's financial stability. Oil remains Iraq's most valuable resource, and any increase in oil exports directly boosts the country's financial outlook. In addition to the increased oil revenues, Iraq has made significant investments in its infrastructure, particularly in the areas of energy, transportation, and public services. These investments are beginning to have a positive impact on the country's economic prospects, creating an environment that is more conducive to foreign investment and long-term economic growth. Another key factor driving the recent optimism is Iraq's efforts to diversify its economy and reduce its reliance on oil. While oil remains the backbone of the Iraqi economy, the country has made strides in expanding other sectors, such as agriculture, manufacturing, and services. This diversification helps create a more stable and resilient economy, making Iraq a more attractive destination for foreign investors who are looking for opportunities beyond oil. The role of international trade and diplomacy. In addition to these domestic economic reforms, Iraq has been working hard to improve its diplomatic and trade relationships with other countries. The government has focused on forging closer ties with its neighboring countries, as well as expanding its international trade agreements with countries across the globe. By diversifying its trade relationships and enhancing its diplomatic engagement, Iraq is positioning itself as a more integrated player in the global economy. This growing international engagement has not gone unnoticed by investors, who are increasingly confident in Iraq's long-term economic stability. As the country strengthens its political and economic ties with other nations, it is likely to attract more foreign capital, further boosting the value of the dinar and potentially contributing to a future revaluation. What do these rate changes mean for investors? The adjustments made by Chase and Wells Fargo to the exchange rates for the Iraqi dinar suggest that these major banks are becoming more confident in Iraq's economic outlook. While these changes are not definitive proof that a revaluation is imminent, they do indicate that these financial institutions are seeing growing potential in the dinar. For investors who have been holding on to their dinars for years, this could be an exciting development. The possibility of a revaluation would mean that the value of the dinar could increase significantly, leading to substantial gains for those who have been waiting for this moment. However, it is important to note that currency markets are notoriously unpredictable, and there are still many factors that could influence the future value of the dinar. The potential for a revaluation. Risks and rewards. While the recent rate adjustments are promising, it is essential to approach the potential for a revaluation with caution. Currency revaluations are complex and involve numerous factors, including government approval, international economic conditions, and geopolitical developments. In the case of Iraq, the government and the Central Bank of Iraq would need to approve any significant changes to the dinar's value, and this process can be slow and unpredictable. Moreover, Iraq still faces numerous challenges that could impact the value of the dinar. High unemployment, political instability, and the need for further economic diversification are just a few of the obstacles that could slow down or even reverse some of the progress the country has made in recent years. Any setbacks in Iraq's economic reforms could have a direct impact on the value of the dinar, making it essential for investors to remain vigilant and informed. The global implications of a dinar revaluation. If the recent rate adjustments by Chase and Wells Fargo are part of a larger trend, we could see a surge in global demand for the Iraqi dinar. As more financial institutions follow suit and adjust their exchange rates, the increased demand for the currency could push its value higher. This would not only benefit those holding the dinar, but could also have broader implications for global currency markets. A revaluation of the dinar could lead to a ripple effect in the global financial landscape, potentially influencing the value of other currencies and impacting international trade and investment flows. The Iraqi dinar has long been a speculative investment, and a revaluation could bring it into the mainstream as a more attractive asset for investors seeking high returns. The path ahead. What to watch for. As we move into 2025 and beyond, all eyes will be on the Iraqi dinar and its potential for a revaluation. The recent adjustments by Chase and Wells Fargo are significant, but they are just one piece of the puzzle. Investors will need to keep a close watch on a range of factors that could influence the future value of the dinar, including Iraq's economic performance, political stability, and developments in international trade and diplomacy. It is also important to consider the potential risks involved in investing in the Iraqi dinar. Currency markets are volatile, and unexpected events can quickly change the outlook for any currency. Geopolitical tensions, changes in Iraq's relationships with neighboring countries, and fluctuations in global oil prices could all have a significant impact on the value of the dinar. Conclusion. A moment of optimism, but caution is key. The recent exchange rate adjustments by Chase and Wells Fargo have sparked renewed optimism among investors who have been waiting for a revaluation of the Iraqi dinar. While these changes are promising, it is important to approach the situation with caution. Currency markets are highly unpredictable, and a revaluation is not guaranteed.